Do you know that our body is composed of 37 trillion cells? That 37 trillion cells are grouped into 200 different types of cells, and that 200 different types of cells are grouped into 4 different types of tissues: epithelial tissues, connective tissues, muscular tissues, and nervous tissues. So tissue is a group of similar cells that perform a common function. Epithelial tissues are covering and lining tissues. Covering means that our skin epidermis is covering all our body. Okay, the lining means that our internal closed cavities, including the pericardial cavities, pleural cavities, and peritoneal cavity, are also lined by the epithelial tissues, as well as the cardiovascular system, including the heart chambers, arteries, veins, and capillaries, are also lined from internal side by the epithelial tissues. Glands are also formed from epithelial tissues, including the endocrine glands and exocrine glands. The functions of epithelial tissues are different depending upon the location of epithelial tissues in our body. For example, protection. So our skin is protecting our body from external environment. Secretion means that endocrine glands and exocrine glands are secreting hormones and enzymes, etc. Absorption means that the internal lining of the small intestine is absorbing nutrients to the blood. And filtration is occurring in the kidneys. Sensation means that our nose epithelium is having very large number of neurons, and we can smell with the help of that epithelial tissues that send messages to our brain. Connective tissues are connecting our body parts. Our body parts are connected with the help of connective tissues that also support and protect body parts. For example, our bones are supporting us, and the bones in our cranium is protecting our brain. The bone, cartilage, tendons, ligaments, and blood are examples of connective tissues. Let's, for example, the bones are itself connective tissues, and the bones are connected with the help of ligaments, and the flesh is connected to the bones with the help of tendons in the greens, and the bones are connected with the help of ligaments mentioned in the red. Muscular tissues are providing movement to our body. Let's, for example, movement is with the help of contraction and relaxation. Contraction and relaxation. So there are different types of muscles, having the skeletal muscles that are connected to our skeleton, means our bones, and that are voluntary, that are in our control. The second one is smooth muscles that are present in our internal hollow organs, for example, stomach, intestine, and blood vessels, that are involuntary, we cannot control. And the cardiac muscles are present in the heart, that are also involuntary and that are also out of our control. Skeletal muscles, smooth muscles, and cardiac muscles are the types of muscular tissues. The nervous system is forming a network of neurons in our body that play a role in control and communication. Let's, for example, our brain is controlling all our body, and communication is with the help of neurons that are present all our body. Let's, for example, if there is a hard object and we touch that object with our hand, we retract our hand suddenly. That is because of the nervous system which is present in our body, that receive information, send messages, and control body activities. For example, brain, spinal cord, and nerves. This is brain, this is spinal cord, and these are the nerves. The nerves originating from the brain are called cranial nerves, and the nerves originating from the spinal cord are called spinal nerves. So epithelial tissues are covering and lining tissues that cover our body in the form of skin, that line the pericardial cavity, pleural cavity, and peritoneal cavity. Also, the cardiovascular system is lined by the epithelial tissues. And keep it in mind that the body tubes are also lined from internal side by the epithelial tissues. For example, the tubes of the digestive system, respiratory system, urinogenital system, all the structures included in that systems are also lined by the epithelial tissues. Next is the connective tissues. Bones, ligaments, tendons are the type of connective tissues. The blood is also a type of connective tissue, including the red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. The blood is sending nutrients and oxygen to the tissues and bringing back waste materials from the other tissues. So they connect all our body. That is why that is also included in connective tissues. The muscular tissues, skeletal muscles, smooth muscles, and cardiac muscles. Skeletal muscles are voluntary, connected to our skeleton. Smooth muscles are involuntary, that are present in the hollow organs, including the stomach, intestine, and blood vessels. And cardiac muscles are present in the heart. Cardiac muscles and smooth muscles are involuntary, while the skeletal muscles are voluntary, we can control. Nervous tissues are forming a network in our body that send messages all through our body and include the brain, spinal cord, and nerves.